Yeah, let's start.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anthony Farag, and welcome to the JVHS podcast. It's been a while since we had an episode.
Truman.
Peter.
I'm Metal Man.
You gotta finish your sentence.
And I haven't been here for a while.
No, all of us haven't been here for
Michael.
And then our supreme unemployed Peter.
Mr. Gunty.
And today we're going to be talking about a myriad of subjects because we had a lot of wonderful little ideas. So, well, let's start with a fun one. What's the best deli meat? Objectively.
Turkey. I like turkey.
All right, so Peter's out of the podcast club.
I'm a bit dumb. What is deli meat?
like you know cold cuts. You put them in a sandwich.
Oh, is it put in
Oh, then ham.
turkey.
I
like ketchup sandwich.
No, you know what? I changed my answer to jelly.
Jelly? That's not a deli meat. Probably racist. What about you? Best deli meat?
Ham.
Well,
Ham.
I mean, technically you are. But
Okay, so we have ham. Ham?
turkey.
Ham. Like it's a ham,
Ham.
turkey.
Ketchup.
And then Danny's not being counted.
Yeah.
Mr. Gunty, best deli meat?
Cheese.
Cheese?
Cheddar.
Like a grilled cheese or just straight up cheese?
I don't eat meat, so.
Oh.
So turkey? Oh, you're a vegetarian? Pescatarian. Oh, pescatarian.
I would be totally fine with being pescatarian because I love fish and such. Very, very tasty. It just seems like a very expensive lifestyle. Because, Gunty, did you experience like a little bit of an upcharge when you went from, or have you just been pescatarian your whole life?
1999.
1999.
I was poor.
Okay. Alrighty.
Alright, what's the next one?
Wait, we still didn't decide what the best deli meat was though.
Oh, so we actually.
It's
have to
between
make-
turkey and ham mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
I'll
And
make.
then so turkey as well.
Let-
I
let-
think that counts as turkey
No, okay.
because
let
it's the same flavor.
How are veggie meat made?
me-
Oh.
Veggies.
Yeah, veggies, I would assume.
Yeah.
Probably an assortment of other chemicals. But
Alright.
other than that,
I doubt that it's chemicals. It's just a lot of processing. I think
and preservatives.
the process is probably pretty interesting.
Let me make my case for ham, alright?
Make a case for ham.
Very respectfully, turkey equals Thanksgiving.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah,
I think.
it's kind of pointless.
Yeah,
Turkey's
but
good.
okay, yeah. We're talking objectively.
Okay, look.
Caleb.
I said, "K, look."
You.
I did
heard
not.
K.
Okay, look. I like turkey as much as the next guy. But if I put turkey and sharp cheddar next to each other, I can barely taste the turkey and it's just a weird texture in my mouth. But if I put a good slice of honey ham and some sharp cheddar together, it creates a flavor explosion in my mouth every
Okay,
time I take a bite.
Let me pivot this. What if you chose a different cheese so that you can taste the turkey?
But that's the coward's way out. I'd rather just keep eating
I think it's
ham.
just your preference of cheese that's
Well, the cheese in general,
obscuring your view.
cheese in general overpowers turkey a little.
Well,
You know,
The thing is, Tony.
it's easier to taste the
Provolone
ham.
is usually a good fit for turkey. I mean, provolone it doesn't have like
Also
a
good fit for
abundant.
ham.
Yeah, but you can.
okay, but
See, everything works on ham,
Here's
but
the
with
thing.
turkey, you kind of
Mayonnaise.
need to choose. It could.
this whole argument is kind of null because we're trying to argue objectively what is supposed to be
Subjective.
a preference.
But it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's kind of what the podcast does.
What's like?
I think it's still a hard split between turkey and ham. So we'll just say number one, cheese, because
Zero.
no one has a deli sandwich without cheese.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean-
think. I think that's a valid. I
Except
think
for-
Mr.
Except
Gunty-
for someone who's
You're
lactose
wrong.
intolerant.
if you're lactose intolerant, that's not your fault.
Right.
But I have evidence from a lactose intolerant person who's also in the room that y'all just eat dairy because it's good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't really care about the
Wait,
condition, huh?
hold on. What about blue cheese?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Blue cheese is just moldy
It's
cheese.
just molds.
It's
I draw my
it's
line
mold squared.
when the
since,
cheese changes color.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my parents eat it. I could probably try. I just can't stomach trying it.
yeah, because it's
Like I've had brain and I can't have blue cheese. I don't know.
Is that a story?
that's because it's mold squared. It's moldy milk
Had
basically.
human brain.
No, cow brain.
Cow brain. Danny, why was human the first thought?
Danny
on
was
the
just
mind?
just
thought
went
we could
straight to human brain, just
thought
straight
we
to
could
cannibalism.
relate.
Danny.
We need something relatable for the audience after all.
All right,
Let's move
let's
on.
move on a little.
It's okay, Danny.
So
Is that
I
social
believe in you.
commentary?
I don't know if that's social
I don't know.
commentary or if Danny's just insane.
Or he's actually confessing to a felony. I hope he's not confessing to a felony.
Disclaimer: the podcast club and podcast. Disclaimer: podcast club members do not commit felony crimes.
Except for that
some.
one time.
What?
No.
Okay,
Bruh.
these are jokes. We're being funny. Okay.
Move on.
The next thing I have on the list just says fancy last names. I think it was something to do. I think it was something to do with the fact that famous people always have weird last names,
Like Elvis Presley,
like Presley.
Marilyn
Actually,
Monroe.
I've known a lot of people. I've known a couple people named Presley actually.
All right, so I'm leaving.
I think
Yeah, they got funny last names.
think
Like,
Wait.
That's
I
because
gotta
they usually.
or at least it's not just famous, but people with weird last names don't lead generic lives. I feel.
Doofenshmirtz. He's a.
That's
Like,
fictional.
Like I've never met a Lazarus who just works at like an office job on the corner.
Wait, I have a weird first name.
No,
what does
it's-
that mean for me?
I don't know. You seem
What's
like
your first name?
you seem like a pretty eccentric guy in a
bad.
respectful
My
way. So I don't have a feeling you're gonna be pursuing the most normal of careers.
Yeah, I
my
guess-
first name is Isier.
That's a pretty cool name.
As in French or Spanish?
No, as in like completely non-related to any language.
Huh.
My dad and my mom combined their names.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ship name?
Fusion.
I know a couple people like that. I don't. Yeah, it can work.
Sometimes
I would
however,
be
it's like,
in the gutter if my mom and dad did that because my dog. My dad's name is Hannah, or Hannah. It technically means John, but he didn't write that on the passport. So if he were to combine that with Naveen,
Haneen.
I don't know.
Hanif.
Actually, wait. Hanun is
Yana.
kind of like it's like a what's that word? Affectionate.
Word.
Whatever. It's like my dear.
What am I, Ruline?
Hanun is a kind of word you can say in Arabic to like, you know, my little baby, my little child.
bruh.
So I guess it would probably end up being that, but I would not survive in middle school if my name was Hanun.
Yeah.
Imagine walking up and tapping someone up, being like, "Was good, Hanun." Habubu
What does that mean?
Skabronglis.
Nothing. This is just gibberish.
All right. Anyone want to comment on the original topic?
Names?
I would just
like George Washington.
I just
Okay,
want to
well,
point this
Washington
out.
isn't-
It might be because the people are famous that their names are given a type of subjective tone. Because, you know, John at the office over here hasn't done anything worthwhile. So John, you know, it's like,
Well, we
okay,
do have a president
his name
named
doesn't
John.
really mean anything. Meanwhile,
John Rockefeller.
yeah,
Rockefeller.
that.
But Rockefeller is a fancy last name.
Oh, you know, I give up on this subject. It's stupid.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
So what you're saying is I'm correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make my case. So, last names originally appeared around like the Black Plague, right?
A bit older.
A little bit older,
A little bit older, right? But the
depending
thing
on
is,
the area you're talking about.
yeah, the thing is, last names in of themselves are kind of a unique thing, right? And compared to first names, they haven't been around as long. So I think the reason
Pulled out balloons. Keep going.
I think the reason why we think that big time celebrities and people who do things with their lives have unique last names is because those last names are actually out in public. They're famous. I think we all have unique last names. It's just that those are the ones that are out.
So kind of like a little bit similar to what Peter said, but just like stated more eloquently.
Like
I
one
guess.
must consider
Okay,
the
okay.
origin of like
Okay,
last
here,
name.
let me test something. Michael, what's your last name?
Zamora.
Okay, what's your last name, Danny?
I don't know. He doesn't have one.
He has forgotten.
Peter, your last name.
Seagrass.
Seagrass? Your last name is Fargus. I know that.
It's
No, it's not.
We just let it be a running gag at this point.
No, what's your actual last name?
It's Farag.
We
Close
all
enough.
have unique last names, like objectively unique last names.
We're epic gamers.
Danny, what is your last name again?
Cosme.
It's Cosme.
restaurant.
And
I
what's
looked
your
it up and it's
It's-
a restaurant.
Yeah, so we all have.
I think mine's the weirdest
Yeah.
one, 'cause I've
Cosmo?
never heard anyone else with a
I know a
Cosmo.
couple Cosmes actually. They're all Filipino though, so it's weird that you have it.
It's Latino.
Does Cosme originate in Latina or Filipino culture? Because I know
probably
Cosmes who are cool. I know Cosmes who are both, and it's really odd.
Is your dad Filipino or?
Do you have Filipino blood in you, Danny?
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Man.
Better not.
Man. Hey, you can't say that.
Way on.
Okay, and then the last 4 topics I have, we'll have to just choose which one you guys want to do. So, silly and funny government conspiracies.
Oh, yay!
Funny ha-has with statistics. Would you rather be buried or cremated, or high school desks?
I think the statistics one has to be with Juan in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one has to be.
I would
here.
say either desks or.
I think we'll talk about desks
Yeah.
because these desks are wacky.
I hate these desks.
I say
love it. I have a love-hate relationship with these things, because like, I just know them now as like a sign of comfort and sitting down, but they're just really uncomfortable. Like in general, the back doesn't move at all, unless you really try.
These ones are very small.
Yeah, this one's tiny in general.
I remember I used to have a desk where, like, the seat would actually be separated from the desk, and the desk itself would, like, this top part would have like a little container underneath it, and you could remove the top part, and there was like a whole container where you could put your stuff. in.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like the little ones in middle schools where you could
Yeah.
lift it up and it was a drawer.
Dog, I didn't have those in middle school. I had those in like elementary.
Yeah.
So you know how
What the?
Yeah.
you know how desks get smaller and smaller the more back in your grade you go, right?
Yeah.
How far back can you go and still fit in a desk from that grade?
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it for
Yeah.
middle school anymore. I can barely fit in these. Hold on, let me show you. Excuse me.
People.
If I put my knees all the way up, they're like an inch away from touching the bottom of the desk. They don't make these for tall people. The government. The government.
What's up?
But like,
Speaking of Big Jack Hornet, shut
okay, but I,
We should watch everyone in. You know what? I'm gonna try to get this going. We should all just watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in like next Wednesday's meeting. Who is down for that?
Yeah, I'm down.
But like, would you like to watch it again?
Maybe.
All right. We're hosting a.
Possibly.
possible.
We're possibly hosting a watch. You can come in and we'll give you drinks if you pay for
By the
it.
time this
No.
is uploaded, it's probably fine.
Yeah, they probably won't even be able to come to it anymore. But yeah,
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like a month
5
later
years.
that they actually.
I don't even know if we're gonna do this, but maybe.
You know, I feel like anybody who doesn't hate the government isn't a true American.
What?
Okay, that's quite a radical view.
It's a hate-love relationship.
really
Mostly
is.
hate. 99%
Mostly, yeah, I'd say about
Okay.
80% hate.
Love the people of America, hate the government of America.
Yeah, I'm more disgruntled. I don't much have a strong opinion towards it.
Mike just hates everything.
Nah, I just view the government as both equally bad as it is equally good.
Yeah, I sort of agree with him. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Government.
Governmental. This episode is a mess.
Yes, it's because we have no real like planning.
Well, you guys want? Okay, let's just go. Right. Would you rather be buried or cremated, or do you have a special way you want to be put to rest?
No, I have a special way. All right, so technically buried, but only 1 foot below the soil and with no casket.
So you just want to be discovered as a dead body like 4 years in the future?
Yes.
Just be like, who killed him? Oh no, he just died of natural causes in
No.
a hospital.
Here's the thing. It's because if I ever like am not dead and they accidentally like bury me in a coffin 6 feet deep, I don't want to be doing all that work.
Oh, you mean like the girl who was pronounced dead and buried in a casket and all that?
Yeah.
And then she was found to be alive after they dug up the casket. And she was just straight. That's an oopsies right there, folks.
I'm assuming someone got fired for that.
Oh no, this was like in the 1980s.
Oh.
This is very old. Actually, it was probably older than that. I don't know. And we have a couple minutes.
Both misters.
What?
Because we call 1980s old.
I don't know how old it was.
Yeah.
I would like to die turning into a dog.
You want to be turned into
Why?
dog food?
Just go vegan and get a dog. That's probably good
Yeah.
enough.
Turn the dog vegan.
Oh no.
Just fall asleep around your pit bull.
Oh god.
Let's see.
You'll be the pit bull named Princess when when the guy with the white van both spotted shot.
When I die, I either want to be buried next to my own dad, or be buried next to the hospital where I was born.
This is back
Very
from whence ye came.
I want to be turned into a pre-built PC.
Why?
Put in there.
Peter.
I'd probably rather be cremated.
Danny.
Yeah, I'd rather be
Danny,
cremated because I don't know. I guess just a preference, and also being buried costs way too much.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Em?
Well, I can't be cremated. Why? I swear we talked about this before.
I don't remember.
Um,
I think I talked about it
yeah,
with
we
you.
did.
But like it's just us two, so put it out there for the world to see. How do you want to be laid to rest?
So how I want to die.
Not die. Like where do you want to be buried?
I know. Damn, just leave me at the site. Leave me on the scene.
Just leave you where you
Leave me
were.
on the scene.
Just leave the body where it was.
Like
and
Danny DeVito.
What if you die in a car, like in the middle?
if you die in a car accident, can't use that car anymore.
It's just in the middle of a street now.
Just park the car in a
Okay.
just park the car in a cemetery with her in it.
It's a bit morbid. What if you die in the middle of like a children's hospital?
Oh god.
You just like become those little things that they sit on benches so you can take pictures with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just become one of them.
It's just half rotted as well.
So I think
somebody forgot to take out a Halloween decoration.
as for mine, I would like to be buried under a tree so I can nurture the home of some birds. And I'm going to burden the rest of my family for generations to come. Because if that tree dies, I will come back as an angry wraith and haunt
I would
everyone.
do the same thing, but make it
you're being
poisonous.
PC.
But make the tree poison ivy.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh,
Thank you all so much for listening. I'm Anthony Farag.
And
Michael.
Truman.
Imposter.
Peter.
Peter.
I'm Middleman!
And our supreme allied leader.
Take care.
Wear your seatbelts. And thank you for listening.